Tourists visit Tokyo Disneyland from all over the world to ride their magical Beauty and the Beast ride, the one-of-a-kind Pooh's Honey Hunt, and the last remaining Splash Mountain in the world. But there are some hidden secrets that are so hard to spot that tourists never see them. What are they, and what makes them so special? We're going to take a look at 5 here, including one that I'm so proud of finding because, honestly, I think there are probably only a handful of people in the world who know about it. We're going to start at the ride that for a long time was considered to be the best Disney ride in the world. The first ever trackless dark ride, Pooh's Honey Hunt shows off the technology in such a fun and playful way that it feels absolutely integral to the story. From being scattered and blown around on a blustery day, to bouncing along with Tigger and being confused with heffalumps and woozles, you can't help but come off the ride with a huge smile on your face. When you do finish riding, you'll head straight into the delightful Pooh Stop gift shop, which funnily enough is one of the few rides at Tokyo Disney Resort to actually exit into the gift shop. In here, you'll find lots of cute merch, all stuffed with fluff, as well as lots of honey. There is actually an option though to skip the gift shop, but you probably won't notice it as the shop is right in front of you, and you're still a little disoriented from the heffalumps and woozles scene. But if you turn left, instead of a shop, you'll walk through Christopher Robin's bedroom before you get outside. This room is full of gorgeous details that harken back to the opening of the original Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh movie. You can even see the cuddly toy versions of all the characters. I've talked in previous videos about the delightful attraction that's inside Cinderella Castle. Mystery Castle Tour! No, that's sadly long gone, but it's hard to argue that Cinderella Fairytale Hall isn't a more appropriate use of the space, even if it does lack an animatronic of the Horned King from the Black Cauldron. Fairytale Hall is exactly what you would expect the inside of Cinderella Castle to look like. Grand and majestic, with all the magic of the 1950 animated classic. The attraction offers some great photo opportunities, as well as a retelling of the story through various different art mediums. If you're not interested in taking photos, you'll probably get through the attraction pretty quickly as there's not a huge amount to see. But if you take your time, you may notice a couple of rodents hiding in the walls. And no, it's not a hidden Mickey. If you remember, in the movie, Gus and Jack have secret routes all around the house that help them pop up in all sorts of places. And at the end of the movie, Cinderella brings all her animal friends along with her to live in the castle. Well, it seems that they couldn't kick their old habits, as in Fairytale Hall, if you're patient, you'll occasionally see the 2 mice pop out and say hello. If you're planning a trip to Tokyo Disney Resort, or simply want to learn more about this one-of-a-kind Disney resort, please subscribe to the channel for regular videos on these and other Japanese theme parks. It's no secret that Disney have acquired a bunch of different intellectual properties over the years, and you'll see many of them here at Tokyo Disney. Of course, there are the classic Disney characters, and then there's loads of Pixar, and Star Tours and Indiana Jones Adventure. Even though those were actually built before the acquisition of Lucasfilm, but you see where I'm coming from. But there's one beloved franchise that Disney has bought which has absolutely zero representation at Tokyo Disneyland or Tokyo Disney Sea. By now, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Muppets! Strangely enough, despite Sesame Street being super popular in Japan, the Muppets are nowhere to be seen. That didn't stop Disney Imagineers from hiding a reference in one of the parks though, as in Westernland, next to the curry popcorn part, which smells better than it tastes, but still tastes pretty good, you'll see a dentist by the name of Dr. Teeth. Is this a reference to Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem? I'll leave that to you to decide, but either way, it's the closest you'll get to seeing any Muppets in the park. Next, we're going over to the attraction that has Stitch in it. No, not that one. No, not that one. Yes! With probably one of the worst attraction names Disney have ever conjured up. The Enchanted Tiki Room Stitch Presents Aloha Komo is a modernized version of the classic Enchanted Tiki Room, but with Stitch in it. Whilst it can be a little controversial, I think we can all agree that it's a lot better than the ill-fated under new management version that used to be at the Magic Kingdom. Ugh. Personally, I love it, as it's a great way to get a nice look at the wonderful Stitch animatronic that was developed for Stitch's Great Escape, but without getting jumped on or smelling burped up chili dogs. Outside the attraction, you'll see the gorgeous building for the Tiki Room, with Stitch's spaceship parked out in the front. If you take a closer look at the spacecraft, you'll see that Stitch also brought his favorite book that Lilo gave him, The Ugly Duckling. Now for the secret I mentioned earlier that I'm enormously proud of. My favorite part of making these videos is going to the parks and just trying to explore and discover any hidden secrets or details that people don't usually notice, and I got such a pleasant surprise when I found this one. First, I went into the Camp Woodchuck kitchen. This area was added to the park in 2016 and is absolutely crammed full of wonderful details. There's this campfire, which if you look closely has some smoke rising up from the smouldering wood, and also the tri-crested tittertwill, which I talked about in a previous video. But I continued exploring by going upstairs, and I found this! It's a hidden Mickey! Yay! Okay, hidden Mickeys are fun and everything, but I was hoping for something more... Oh, what's next to it? Oh, it's Miko from Pocahontas! That's right, up here you can find these paper masks that the campers have made, and there's one depicting Pocahontas' greedy raccoon friend. But that's not all. I kept looking at the masks and spotted another one which I was so excited to recognize. It just so happened that the day before I went to Tokyo Disneyland, I was watching the old Disneyland sing-along songs video with my daughter, so imagine my surprise when the songbird who introduces that video was here in Camp Woodchuck Kitchen. I don't recognize all of these masks, so if there are any that you do, please leave a comment and let me know what they are. Tokyo Disneyland is absolutely full of hidden secrets like these, so if you'd like to see some more of them and see some of my favorites, then watch this video next.